Hey guys, welcome to Nerds and Nuance. I'm Ian, and we are back with more Superman and Lois. So I took a break last week, which I was kind of glad for, but also kind of impatient to see what was going to happen next, especially after Anderson's an idiot, and which is really weird to say because I've been playing Mass Effect recently, and that Anderson I like. This one not so much. He's a bit of an idiot, went a little crazy with the paranoia and then the Kryptonite X or X Kryptonite, and turned the necklace to, or gave the necklace back to, not back to me, Allie. So that's bad because she already has one. She literally just combined them right now. I don't know if she knows that, but we're not looking good on that end. Poor Jonathan, kind of feeling alone right now, and like he disappointed everybody. So I feel really bad for that. I hope that doesn't last too well. I mean, he has to deal with, the consequences, but I just hope they don't treat him badly. Hope they don't just kind of cut themselves off from him. He kind of needs a little bit of support at the very least. Along with Anderson being done, we also had to lose Bizarro, which kind of sucks because I thought it was going to be very interesting, kind of him interacting with Superman. This version of Bizarro was very different, quite a bit different than what I'm used to. And he seemed like he had good intentions, as misguided as he kind of was. And I was just kind of interested to. I mean, I'm sure we'll have other ways of finding out what else is different about the Bizarro world and why it is the way it is. And I didn't think about. I was watching Blind Wave. They mentioned were wondering about Allie being I was gonna say Zod, Tal's wife on that Earth, and I don't. Yeah, it's a possibility, but I don't know. I'm just interested. I'm wondering if we're gonna find out more on that. I'm hoping that we kind of get more interaction with Tal and Clark, because that was kind of cool. Kind of seeing a little hint of maybe him working his way back, or working his way to being good at the very least. So.
What's happening? Hetty?
I'm detecting some sort of temporal anomaly moving through our galaxy. It's compromising the integrity of our dimension.
Establish a link to my dad.
He's just left.
Are they moving to? Is that the antimatter?
Dad!
Something's wrong. They're losing connection to your father's chamber.
We brought a change of clothes for the ride home.
Thanks. I'm so happy you can finally come home, John.
You have no idea, Lois. Look, all I want to do is spend time with my two girls,
Oh, he doesn't remember!
Dad.
What?
She's still gone.
I know. No.
Oh, I don't want to do this right now.
Neither do I, but we have to know what John knows about those drugs, Clark, or he is never getting back into that school.
Rochambeau? Boys! Get down here! Every time. We have parents calling us, not wanting you anywhere near their kids. And it's not going to get any better when they find out football's over.
They canceled the season?
We had to forfeit all the wins.
Yeah.
And since no one's talking about who else was using, Principal Balcom decided it was just best to call it. First time in Smallville history. Because of you. So, John?
You stopped Kal-El.
He's gone. For good.
You killed him.
I had no choice.
And the pendant?
It's in my possession.
Huh.
Both of them.
The reverse doesn't. Sorry.
We can finally ascend.
Yeah, she's crazy, bruh.
Chrissy, if at any point you feel uncomfortable.
I know. I'll call you. Lois, is there a chance to really figure out what's going on with Allie? We may not get another one. I gotta go. Be careful.
Oh, Chrissy. Hope you don't die.
Sure you want in on this?
For the story of a lifetime? Absolutely.
Give me your phone.
Yeah, spare. Oh, oh, oh.
They're in hazmat suits.
Is that a problem?
Nope.
Kind of.
Seems totally normal.
The fact you
Then
mean
get
is
in.
that a problem?
We'll put it on the way.
Is that a problem if they're wearing radiation protecting suits?
She's really great. Would really mean a lot to me if you would try to understand everything that's going on.
Follow me into my school. Then give me my money. I told you I don't have
I kind of need you to, Jordan.
Sorry, let's do it.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh
Those
boy, oh boy.
inhalers weren't free.
Yeah, and you'll get your money, okay? Just chill out.
That's not how this works. Hey! Leave her alone.
Best bring me that money tonight.
Hey, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Chrissy's on her way to see Allie right now. She said it was something big. It's Lucy.
Same.
I'm tired of feeling incomplete.
I finally see the way through.
These sound like goodbyes.
We gotta find her. Looks like she's at home.
You track Lucy's phone?
I'll check on her.
Do you track my phone?
I mean, you expect anything less?
The time is finally here. We're gonna merge with our other selves and become whole.
Hey, let's just go. Roberta, where you at? He did. Well, people can normally go through the... This is a different one. He's not like that. Well,
I told you, Miss Bethel.
wait, hold
The
on.
greatest story in human history.
Hold on!
This isn't supposed to be happening.
Who's that? Is that Chrissy?
Who else was there?
And deep down, you are so afraid your girls are gonna leave you the same way your wife left.
Answer the question!
Creating a home, you said. A hole that I can help you fill. The same way I help Lucy.
Tell me where my daughter is.
Dad. Dad.
Clark, what happened? That was my decision, not yours.
I know, but on your world...
That wasn't you.
Yeah, but he looked like me. I mean, for all Natalie knows, I am that person.
I know the difference. You haven't put in the time with her.
You don't think it's too late?
No. From my experience, most people want to forgive. You're a good person. Find the way to show her that.
So, how much do you owe this guy exactly?
More than either of us can get anytime soon.
Yeah, are you sure about that? I mean, I don't want to brag, but I do work at a convenience store now, so, I mean...
See, this is why I love you. Even when things are bad, you make me laugh.
Oh.
Wait,
Oh, first time.
you love me?
Bruh? For real?
Who's that?
Get in the car, Candace.
She's not going anywhere.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Oh, bugger. Jonathan, any residual in your body right now? Jordan, help!
Come out here. You can get in the car. We're gonna go get my money.
No! You will catch me!
Hey! Hey! Good luck finding those.
Now you're dead.
Jesus! Jonathan. Come on, Jordan. Ooh, yeah! The blur days. You got the training, brother. Jordan. Ooh. Uh-oh. You met? He's alive. Okay. Jonathan.
Look at me. Ever go anywhere near her again? Anywhere. I'll send him after you. You understand?
Yeah. Okay.
What other choice do I have?
Well, Natalie, I want you to have a choice, including whether or not you want to get to know me, instead of being forced to live in the same house with me.
What are you saying?
Kicking you out. Uh-oh.
Think he'll show?
I hope so. Something probably came up.
Dang it, Jordan. You just tell her that you have to help Jonathan.
I just kept hearing Lois's warnings in my head, and I knew I had to get out of there. We were wearing these suits, and it was dark in the mines.
Can I get you anything? Are you hungry?
Actually, I'm pretty wiped. Dad, do you mind if I...
Oh, of course. Of course, I'll take you home. We can pick this up, the three of us, tomorrow. Maybe brunch?
Brunch? You brunch? Yeah, he also wears Hawaiian shirts now.
Come on.
I don't know. I'm a little paranoid.
Okay.
Natalie, wake up.
What took you so long to get home?
Well, I promised Candace I would walk her home.
No. You are either at the house or at the store. Anywhere else, you need our permission. Understood?
Sure.
That was a bit harsh for just walking his girlfriend home at night.
If that's where he really was.
I doubt he's lying, Clark.
The problem is he's getting really good at it.
I am mad too, but trust me, do not let this go on for too long, okay?
Why don't you stay in my place tonight? I'd love for you to see it. I have guest room. I have fresh ice cream. All of a sudden,
Why?
I'm tired. Put something in my tea.
She's gonna get her out. Lucy.
Yeah, sorry. I was sort of the fail-safe in case things didn't go according to plan. To make sure Allie gets to the other side. I'm sorry.
Maybe that was too quick of a turnaround for her. Like, she was for being so stubborn and stuck in so deep in Allie's manipulations. It was just too sudden of her to snap out of it just because they're in suits. Now saying that is, normally a person would see that and just see people wearing suits and just basically how Chrissy reacted. Just like, this be weird. I don't think I'm up for this. I don't think this is for me. But no, unfortunately Lucy's just so far gone right now. Like, it's making it harder to see her coming out of it. For Sam and Lois's sake, I hope that she does. But she's not very it's hard to say. Okay, she has likable moments, but when she's just straight up for Allie and just yeah, sorry, Dad, I had to make sure Allie crosses over. It's just, and Allie even thought that, hey, this probably won't go well, so we're gonna have a backup. Which made sense why she let the others go first, considering she had the necklace. I don't know why or the pendant. Like I don't know why she wouldn't have just gone first though. Like I feel like with having the pendant, I don't know. Maybe she just didn't think it would be a surefire, way for her to go in. I don't know, but oh man, that was gonna put some drama between Jordan and Sarah because of the fact that he didn't show up. He could have just said, yeah, I had to, Jonathan got in some issues with, Candace and Jonathan were jumped. I had to help. Although the problem would be that they were so far off and Candace would have no reason to lie about where they were when the guy jumped them. So he'd have to explain how he got there so fast, like to and from. I guess I didn't know that he had gotten his super speed down, which makes sense though, considering he would have to get there in the first place. So I was like, if you have super speed, how else is he gonna get there? Because I don't think he has a car, because neither of them can drive yet. Well, have their licenses at the very least. Jonathan has driven. I don't know if he's got any more practice since, especially now because of how Clark is currently towards him. It would be difficult to explain. But the problem is she's in a very vulnerable spot right now of the, being betrayed by her pops. And yeah, that's the main thing. So that's going to be kind of at the back of her mind. And she's going to think she's going to be that she's losing Jordan, or that he doesn't want to be around because of Aubrey. That's her name, right? Aubrey. So, and it's. I'm glad Lois said something because I do feel like that she was definitely she wasn't necessarily letting Jordan off the hook or Jonathan off the hook, but she wasn't as aggressive as Clark's been. Not now anyway. Like at the beginning she was for good reason. But she had a moment to cool down, and then she actually spoke to him more. Got like a more of a perspective as to why he took him in the first place. She even told Clark, it's like, you gotta ease up. don't be on him like this for too much longer, because I wish she at least told him that he thinks that you hate him. Like, I feel like Clark needs to hear that right now. He needs to show Jonathan that he still cares for him. That I know that Jonathan, I feel like Jonathan knows that he still cares for him, but it's just like the way he's just almost 100% just negative towards him right now. Like, it's a disheartening feeling that he doesn't necessarily deserve. And the line when he said, was it, I thought my son had integrity, is what he had said, something like that. The problem being is that you guys had, like, the integrity you've brought into him is what's keeping him from telling him who was giving him the drugs. Like, it's for a very good reason. Like, he's not doing it just because he doesn't want to, narc. He doesn't want to ruin, one, Candace's and her father's life. He doesn't want to get them, kicked out. But he can't tell them that. He can't even say, like, I don't want them to get kicked out. Because without them saying who it is, or without him saying who it is, like, they would just be like, you're caring for these drug dealers and blah, blah. I just feel like how much money do these kids have that they're being able to spend? Like, is she just selling it to kids in high school? She's selling it to adults on the street as well. Like, what's her reach? How much money could she possibly be making off of this? The kids can only steal so much from their parents without people starting to notice. If so much money starts to go missing, they're gonna yo, what's going on here? And then they're gonna question the kid, and then Timmy, whatever that kid's name is, that the other football player that Jonathan was falling behind against. His mom found the inhalers and the kryptonite and all that stuff. So obviously there was some reason for her to be suspicious, or she just stumbled on. She's caught him taking it. Is that what it was? I think that they had mentioned that. But regardless, speaking of the whole Jordan thing, I know I talked about it earlier, but super cool. Him just like speeding in, having the hood over. Now it just, I don't know, it wasn't exactly. It kind of reminded me of in Smallville when Clark went through his basically like kid high school vigilante phase. Not phase, you know what I mean. When he started finally, I just kind of like what's the word? Blinking. I'm blinking again. Intentionally seeking out to help others, like going to like patrolling and all that stuff. I don't think it was high school, was it? I think it was after he was out of high school when he was like intentionally searching or like patrolling and everything. So, but it just reminded me of like the whole red blue blur. I think it was just the blur first, and then red blue blur. And he had a hood, which is kind of reminiscent of like the impulse that they had in Smallville as well. The costumes were different, obviously, because they had a strict like no costumes. Was it no tights, no flight? I think what the cell line was for creating a show in the first place. So they didn't really have costumes. They had more like just Bart Impulse. He literally had just like kind of like a red hood. I think Cyborg was a similar thing. But anyway, it was just kind of cool seeing that and see him like, kind of actually getting into, well, protecting others and going in, kind of doing his first sort of act of vigilantism. I think it's the right term. And doing really well. I think that the bit of training he had with Sam paid off a bit. I mean, it helps that he's had more experience with these abilities than that kid. And obviously that he doesn't have the kid doesn't have the same level of the abilities. It's only like a small dose. Don't know how much of it. I mean, we saw that he had like a bit of super speed and some super strength, obviously. It had to have some amount of durability considering how Jordan had punched him and the kid went flying. He's alive still, so it gave him some durability as well. But I wonder if it's probably just like physical, like brute physical strength kind of thing, and like no laser vision, not as durable, not as fast. I don't know how like the strength of the abilities were. Am I supposed to know who the old friend is? Let me look at like the place. I was trying to like look at it, and I didn't quite. I didn't really recognize anything from it. I don't know if I'm supposed to. Is it just really just mentioning like just like some friend he had, or something he used? Like I was thinking like Bruce, Oliver. What else did I say? I can't remember. An old friend once had a place for rent. I'm really sorry if I'm just completely not remembering who this is for, whose it was. An old friend of mine. I mean, I don't see it being Bruce's. Like, the only thing I can think of, like, this has nothing to do with this, but like, Static Shock in the cartoon, their hideout was in a gas station. I know that wasn't a gas station, but it kind of reminiscent of it, the way it seemed, kind of like almost run down. But I don't know. If you guys know, maybe I shouldn't say. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that huge of a spoiler, probably, hopefully. So go ahead. If it's spoiled, then that's on me. If you guys know what the heck that was about, please let me know, because I feel like it's supposed to be something that I should maybe know, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking too much on that. I'm sorry. I really hate Allie. Like, good lord. Just sock her right in the mouth. Like, what is wrong with her? Like, I mean, I know what's wrong with her. She's a cult leader. And manipulative and, takes joy in the power she has over people. But she had almost died right there. And she doesn't feel the need to assist. Like, Anderson took the necklace from her and crossed over himself, which is bad. Because that means he's merged with his self, which means he might have gotten the abilities. He took the stuff and then went in, which might be, I don't know if it's a combination of the necklace and the ex-kryptonite stuff that let him go through, or if it's just, if it just has a necklace and he was able to just kind of fly in, that's all the reason the powers were for. Or did he fly in, or did he just, I don't know. Because I think it just kind of levitates, it pulls you in anyway. So, are they dead? Is that what, I mean, it sounded like they were dying. I'm assuming that's what was going on. It did not sound like that they were enjoying that, so. Excuse me. What I don't get is how, I know I said that I don't understand how Lucy just kind of would have flipped on her dying all of a sudden just because one thing that she was so intent and so firmly devoted to Allie in the first place that seeing them in the suits would have just turned her. But hearing about, if not seeing, at the very least hearing about what had happened to them when they tried to cross over, and she just kind of let them die. I feel like that would have been something to I don't know, give Lucy the bit of a nudge that she needed to realize, oh, maybe this lady's actually crazy. Maybe she doesn't care about me. Maybe she's, only cares about herself and is willing to sacrifice anybody to get what she wants. Maybe that could have crossed her mind. I don't know. That's what's kind of frustrating me about Lucy. Is I want her to be okay for the sake of Lois and Sam. I want her to, because I know that she can be a good person, but she just, in this earth, in this world, this version, has been taken from her, and then she's just kind of bitter, and it just sucks seeing her going down this path when I've seen her in such a different way before. I mean, we didn't see her for that long, but she just had such a different, a different presence. She was so much stronger, so much more independent. I don't know. It sucks seeing her so, what's the word? Dependable on dependable on somebody else. So she needs this person to be whole. She's following Allie because she thinks that Allie knows the way for her to feel whole, and it just, it's frustrating. I want her to get away from that. I feel like it has to happen. I feel like she's not just gonna die or stay with Allie. I don't know, maybe she will. Maybe not so much. Maybe Allie will die or something, or I don't know. So maybe they'll arrest her after something. I have no idea. And then Lucy might continue on in Allie's footsteps or something, and try to keep finding another way to cross over and bring others to her cause. And I don't know, but I really hope that she, before the ending of the season, she comes to her senses. It's what sucks is, again, with the way the cults work, and that a cult leader works, they can, once they have you, it's really hard for you to just break free of that, because they've just indoctrinated you to such an extent. They've brainwashed you thinking a certain way, their way, and they feed off of that and make you feel good about what they are saying that they can bring you, what they're saying that you could do for yourself and all that. And it's just, basically it's almost like an addictive state. In a sense where it's hurting you, but you don't want to get away from it. And it's, it's very interesting. Like the small things they do this. So they did this in the last episode too, where like the newspaper was flipped backwards whenever it was showing Allie's like rank template or whatever on her desk. It showed that it was backwards instead of how it normally is facing in the other direction. Whenever it's facing people that would be reading it on their desk, it's the other way. And I was like, wait, are we on the other? I was wondering if we were on the other. I thought he was like just talking to the Allie we knew, but it was him crossing over, kind of melding with the mind of this one of the one on the Bizarro world, talking to Allie and telling her that he had killed their version of Superman. And so now he's like, no, good, tell her it's time to cross over. So I'm wondering what his intention is. Like, is it just to become basically kind of like a Superman? Or like, because she had said that basically merging with yourself, you become more powerful for some reason. I don't know what it is about merging with this like shadow version of you, I think is what she was saying, or what they kind of are saying they're called. I don't really know like what about them allows them to like boost whatever is within them. Jumping back a little bit or forward, I guess. I don't know. Jumping somewhere. I was wondering if they were gonna go through with basically having to before Jonathan was found. I was worried that if he was found out, that they would basically have to give up their wins, and yeah, they did this. They were ending the season and having to forfeit all the wins because they don't know when it had started. So it's like, well, we're just gonna wipe it all out and call it there. And it sucks. Like it kind of hit Clark in a way because he's so prideful of Smallville and of the team that, or just more so just of Smallville, the fact that this is the first time that it's happened in Smallville, they had to like forfeit their wins and just completely close for the season early. Like this is the first time, and it's because of Jonathan. It's like it's a shameful and embarrassing mark on them as a whole. Is probably how he feels it. I know Jonathan feels even crappier because of that too. Like because of what happened with the football and the fact he had because of him and Timmy or Jimmy, whatever, the whole entire team lost, and they lost everything, all their wins they've had, and how it's affecting possibly the family, how it looks to them, and like apparently the people, the families, other families don't want him hanging out with their kids, so. I don't know, I just feel really bad for Jonathan. Like, he's going through so much, and Clark hasn't really given him any kind of positive reinforcement. Like, you don't want to be like, yeah, good job for not being bad. I mean, yeah, obviously do that too, but not like, good job for, I don't know. When punishing him, he shouldn't just, there's got to be some kind of, if he feels like he's just gonna disappoint him no matter what, that's just gonna push Jonathan away. It's gonna make him feel even worse, and it's gonna drive him away. And I know that's not something Clark really. That's not what he wants. But he's just so disappointed and angry. I am glad that Jonathan and Jordan are still. They're still a thing at the very least. Like, they're still looking after each other. Jordan's still looking after Jonathan. Even earlier on this episode, he was like trying to reach out to him, and then he, met him at his new job, and they're kind of like joking about with each other. It's like, yeah, well, my thing with having dinner with my girlfriend's friend who she had kissed isn't as bad as you and doing these illegal drugs. like them kind of poking each other at that, and he's like, actually, yeah, no, yours is worse. I don't know, that was it was good to see. It was good to see him happy and laughing, Jonathan, again, especially after what happened at the end of last episode, and then kind of like there was like a bit of that again beginning of this when Clark was kind of getting on him about, you know, saying he thought his son had integrity, and then it's you know, Sam's timing was actually good this time because he wanted to get away from him, from Jonathan. Like that stung. But yeah, and the fact that he at the end, when, you know, again, he referred to them as the Fraternals, which is a cute name. Kind of cool too, in a kind of goofy way. But I'm glad Jonathan has somebody. I mean, apart from Candace, because I don't hate Candace. She seems like a sweet kid. But man, she's caused this family some trouble. And in a roundabout way, she's caused Jordan some trouble as well because of him having to go help Jonathan because this guy's jumping and trying to take Candace away. Like, dude, are you for real? But you know, yeah, and then he winds up kind of bloody, has blood on his fists, on his knuckles, so he, you know, can't go and exactly explain what happened. Because then you have to explain how he got from, you know, one point to the other so fast. Because it would get around. I feel like Sarah would ask Candace like where they were, how or what happened. He's like, we were here when this happened, blah blah blah. And she would like, how the heck did he get there far? It wouldn't be such a bad thing if he would have to tell her then, because then she's getting suspicious anyway, and she had already seen him. Well, she'd already thought she had seen him use laser vision before, so I mean, there's that. He does have Lois. You know, she's still kind of. They have, whenever she was like, he hates me. He's like, he doesn't hate you. He's just, you know, you gotta give him. He's angry. You gotta give him time. Blah blah blah. So he still has his mom, which is great. She seems to still at least be kind of that. You know, you're not getting anything but anger from me. You know, she's still kind of showing that she cares for him, that she still loves him, showing still like a soft side, not just, you know, 24/7. Yeah, I'm wondering how serious of a villain that Anderson's gonna be, because I wasn't the only one where I was disappointed about him killing Bizarro, and like I didn't think he was gonna be, even after that. I didn't think he was going to be like the main villain. I still don't think he is. Allie derives the most hatred from me. It's just more her words and her manipulation, and the fact that she's a cult leader is, you know, one of the qualities. The reason she has those qualities. One of the reasons she has those qualities. But yeah, she's in that sense a better villain. I'm just wondering, like, in what degree Anderson's gonna be. I don't think he's gonna really have a redemption arc. I mean, if he does, I feel like they might have to work for a little bit. Like, thus far, I trust this show. Because their writing's been pretty good. And even with the stuff with Natalie, which I need to remember to talk about that in a second. It was a little frustrating the way she was kind of the tooth, but it was it was very teenager attitude. But it was also understandable. It had the added bit of, you know, she's seen this guy terrorize their Earth, kill her mom, you know, her dad in danger. So it's understandable. She still has this kind of reservation about him, especially after her dad had gotten injured severely, was in a coma, and now has had some confusion spots. That hurt, man, when he thought for a second that Lois was, you know, his Lois. I thought it was gonna be like amnesia for a second, but it was just like, oh, he's like, yeah, I know that, I know. It was like he was trying so hard to like hide the, you know, him from breaking down, from like thinking that's my wife, that's the love of my life, to like, oh no, wait, she's gone. That's right. Like, Jesus. Like that whiplash, you don't need that after just waking up, man. I wonder what other like confusion spots there have been for him, because they mentioned that he has them still every now and then. So I'm wondering what else has kind of like come about to where that that's been evident. I wonder if we're gonna continue doing that. Like every now and then, like some moments will pop up, or if it's more so just kind of like a minor thing that's in the background that we're not really. We're gonna mention that this has happened, but it's not something that we're actually gonna show, which is fine. It is interesting that they did that, and I prefer that than having to do with an amnesia thing and have this weird drama with him and Lois. Obviously, Lois wouldn't cheat on Clark, but it's just kind of like, you know, the weird of him like thinking and kind of still pining over this Lois. But they didn't do that. It was more believable. Like, oh, you know, yeah, he just kind of like has these moments where it's like he had this pretty heavy brain trauma. So the fact that there's gonna be spots where like it takes a moment for him to like click back in, that makes more sense. But yeah, that was rough seeing that. But things are patching up. She even had acknowledged later on, Natalie was like, I know you're not the same guy, but it's just like it's really hard to get rid of that innate fear and hatred. So I understand. And now I think they finally kind of like, well, I think they did before. I feel like it was confirmed before, but like they really, really showed the antimatter wave going through and affecting John's mission. And I think what happened was that she had gone through at the right as it wiped out their Earth, so she was kind of in a in between or in a limbo, in a blank space, like where where nothing existed before she was brought in. Like I don't know, like she was in a point out of time, and then something she finally kind of like drifted into a point where the Earth had merged again to an Earth Prime, into a new Earth Prime and such. So I'm thinking that's what happened. That seems like the most direct thing they're going for on that, or that seems like the most likely thing they're going for on that in that regard. I'm pretty sure that's what they were insinuating. So that's kind of interesting how that she was in hibernation for about 6 months, I think she had said, so which adds up. I kind of want to see. I'm hoping next episode we're going to see a little more like what's going on in the Bizarre World. Like I'm wondering what Anderson's doing over with the other Allie, like how she's going to react with the fact that he had stolen the pendant and came over instead of Allie, because she's going to be expecting her now. She's going to be like, "Hey, yo, what up, man? This is bull," and then she'll have her Superman take him out, and then Anderson will be gone again, and he would have been pointless. So, good job, Anderson. Anyway, that's it for this episode, guys. Enough of me rambling, as I tend to do. Hope to see you guys next week in the next episode. I'm pretty sure we have another one next week. I haven't checked. But, yeah, I don't know. I think there's 15 episodes in this season again as well. 15 or 16. I'll have to look. But anyway, yeah, we're on episode 8, so we're about halfway there. So,